Good morning, all. Let's call the
Morning.
meeting to order. Let's see. What do we have to do here first? Proof of posting?
We've got Rob Leonard's here, Mark Lemon's here, Arnold Harper, Walter Demlowski, and Daniel Waldman.
Correct.
Everyone's here. We have
Yep.
two others,
Present.
Joe and Diane. Joe, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Joe Ketchum, Unit 54.
Ah, excellent. And Diane, I don't remember her last name.
Elstein, but she's muted, so we can't hear her.
Okay, very good. All right. Directors absent, none. Quorum established, proof of notice, blah, 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 blah. Time to look at last week's minutes. Do you guys want me to bring that up on the screen? I've mailed that out to you all previously. And
I would make a motion just to waive the reading of the minutes since we have everything on Zoom. It's kind of redundant. So I'd accept them as you have them.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So with that, I guess we can move on to new business or old business. It's the same thing. I was hoping that maybe this week we could make a decision on a roofer, and I've definitely narrowed down my choices. However, this Thursday, I finally got a call from Tim Rink, who is the commercial roofing specialist for Southwest Florida for GAF. He's our GAF representative. Because he blew me off basically for a month and a half, he was nice enough to come out yesterday to look at our project and our problems. So I'll start with the reason he came was because we're going to hopefully be putting on a new GAF roof on the south building. He went up on the roof with his roofing specialist. They did numerous tests and measurements, and GAF will write up all the specs necessary for us to replace that roof. As Daniel was saying last week about the warranty, I did find out is the only way to get a full warranty with a number where they're going to warranty labor and parts and everything for any kind of an extended period is to use one of their certified select roofers. Basically, none of the people that we've gotten estimates from are certified select contractors, so they cannot really write the warranty that he said we could get by using one.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I did talk to him yesterday, and
him being Tim Ring?
Tim, yeah,
okay.
The GAF rep, and he said that I told him what we really need, because being in the roofing industry, commercial industry too, we needed a full warranty 2020 by a manufacturer approved roofing contractor. So it has to have the certification and the whole bit. And actually we needed a complete, including coping, metal edging, and so forth. So that's really what we need. And he said he can get that. And I asked him, what about this Galway roofing contract? He said they are approved. And in the warranty that I looked at their warranty for, their contract proposal, Galway. And what they would need to do is they would have to, instead of, I don't know what this N whatever at the bottom, they need to put GAF complete 20-year material and labor warranty. And then upon when they would apply for the warranty, so they would fill out the paperwork. They would have to do a drawing, and then they would apply to GAF, and then they would get a number, and then there would be a full warranty. And then at the end of the project, then they come out and inspect the project. And then upon inspection of the project, everything's okay. If there's any problems, they'll fix it. And then we'll get a full warranty. And the only way to do business, there's no other way. Any other way is just taking all that money and just throwing it in Charlotte Harbor. And that's 100%. Being in the industry 50 years. So we don't have a 20-year material and labor warranty. We shouldn't move forward, and it has to have GAF or equal. It doesn't need to be GAF, but it can be equal. And I've dealt with GAF, they're fine. And the 60 mil would be okay. They don't care either way. 60 mil work or an 80 mil. I don't think we need to go any further than that, but it needs to be a complete warranty that no one in that building, we need to get back on the right foot here. Then we'll talk about the building that I live in, which we can fix, but we need to do it right way or don't do it at all. So it has to be a complete 20-year labor material warranty, and inclusive of the metal also, because if the metal fails, then the manufacturer will not stand behind it. This way GAF will have a complete warranty, nothing to worry about, zero to worry about. And even if the roofing contractor goes out of business, which can happen, they have to basically the roofing contractor has to cover it with the manufacturer for 2 years. So we can't get a hold of the roofing contractor. He disappears, right? Number one, well, they can't, excuse me, because we'll report it to GAF if there's a leak. That's what we do. We report it to GAF. And if GAF cannot get a hold of the roofing contractor, they'll still be obligated to take care of the warranty for 20 years. That's their problem, okay? But as long as the roofing contractor's in business, when we report a leak, hopefully it won't happen, they'll make sure the roofing contractor takes care of it. And any metal copings, they'll make sure there's cleats on it, edging, everything, because they're going to be standing behind it 100%. And that's the kind of warranty we need. Nothing less. And it has to say GAF, on the bottom. It has N something on the bottom. I noticed that. I don't want that. It has to say GAF warranty. And we cannot release the final payment until we have the warranty in hand from GAF, not from the roofer. It's GAF, okay? And if that happens, I think we can move forward with all this. And
Okay, so
no other roofer, okay? That's what I have to say.
I personally am in full agreement. I don't, yeah, and that's where we're at. If Galloway is good in that situation, that's even better. I didn't see their name on the list.
I spoke to the GAF rep yesterday, and he told me they are, and they'll need to change their contract, because it'll have to say at the bottom GAF warranty, and also including the metals.
Yeah, I'd like it to, specify. I'd like to see what Tim comes up with as far as the specs for the roof, and make sure that Galloway, if that's not what they spec, obviously their proposal is not going to be the same.
No, they'll have to change the metal's not included. Because
Right,
they have to have
so there's
GAF
going to be
metal.
adjustments to their proposal, so we're not
Right,
going to
exactly.
consider proposal until we get these specs and basically rebid the job accordingly.
So I think you need to get a hold of them and let them know what we're saying now, that it has to be a GAF 20-year labor material, and then give us an option of 80 mil, which I don't really feel that's necessary. If we can save the money, and that money would go towards the coping, including.
My only concern, and I'll interject with the millage of the roof, and maybe it'll change because we have so many problems with the existing roof. But the way I see it is, well, if we have a 20-year warranty, it's different. But if there is a problem with the 60 mil roof down the road, the residents in that building will say, well, why did we only get a 60 mil roof when the other building has an 80 mil roof?
Well, let's look at the 80 mil. Let's look at the cost difference, but keep in mind, we have to have the roofing contractor add a complete GAF metal application, so that the metal, all the coping, all the metal on the whole roof, everything on this roof, all the flashings, metal, roof, TPO, everything is included with TPO, with GAF. So otherwise, if we don't, GAF can say, oh, the metal coping wasn't put on
I
correctly,
don't
so we're
disagree.
voiding
I mean, the
warranty.
whole roof needs to be repitched. And
Everything.
that's included in what GAF
Yeah.
was saying. Right now, we have about a ½ inch of pitch from front to back over 35 feet.
Well, they're
So
going to have a
part of-
tapered
part of
system.
The specs that they spoke about was putting proper pitch on it, et cetera, et cetera.
Quarter of an inch, which is the minimum per foot, is the minimum acceptable on a flat roof. Minimum, which is
Quarter of an
okay.
inch for what?
Quarter of an inch per foot, minimum.
Per foot.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
minimum requirement. Okay,
Yeah, I'm okay.
but go with then give us an option for 80 mil and also include complete warranty, including all metals. And there we have it. Then we got a deal. Then we have no worries. Nobody in that building is going to have to worry about a roof for 20 years. Zero. Which will be a
That's what I
beautiful
want.
thing.
I mean, that's what I want.
Okay, that's what we need.
Anybody else on the board want to speak on this subject right now?
I'm deferring to our expert.
Same here, and we need to get the new total estimate because right now it means nothing without all that stuff in there. So
Correct. So, okay. I mean, I guess at this point, basically, we're agreeing that we're starting over with estimates for the roof with a GAF 20-year minimum warranty with everything included as specified by GAF.
Including metals. You have to say metal, all metal, because they won't, otherwise it'll be GAF metal. Like I said before, if we don't have specified GAF metal in the warranty, then it means nothing. Okay? It has to be. And that's a separate thing, separate item, because normally you can have a choice of it or you can not do it. But in our case, our situation, you need to go with it, because if it's going to leak, if it's not properly installed, the metal, the edging or the coping with cleats and so forth, with the high winds and so forth, what we have here, then that would void the GAF warranty if it comes loose. So it has to be.
Okay.
But I think we're real close on Galway's. I looked at it. I don't think they need to tweak too much on it. Like I said, obviously the final payment has to be delivered only on receiving the warranty from GAF. Obviously, that's very important. And then the full warranty, including metals, of 20-year labor and 20-year materials, option of 080, see what that is. And there you go. You got a deal.
Quick question. Is Galway the only quote that we received that GAF said could provide this warranty?
Are you speaking to me, Mark?
Yes, sure.
I spoke to them, and no, that's not the only contractor, but from what I saw, a lot of the other bids were not properly done. There are other contractors, obviously, that in this area that are GAF approval. Maybe the rep can give us a few other names. I'd have to look at those bids, but they're stating Until I would actually get the names from him, I don't know. Because like our last bid said GAF, they probably picked it up at a roofing supply house. That paper that unfortunately, and I own a condo in that building, that warranty is worth nothing, zero. And I'm not blaming anyone. I wasn't around, and that's my expertise, so I couldn't be helping anyone. But that warranty, unless we get a 20 and 20 from the manufacturer, it's worthless. No, there are probably other roofing contractors that might be available to do that. I don't know if it was any of those bids or not, but none of them said GAF 20-year labor and 20-year material on any of those that I saw on the bottom. Okay, but we can go back to the rep and ask them.
So, I mean, I was leaning towards WSV and or certified roofing contractors. I thought certified has been the most helpful, especially for me being here on site, and they've been quite professional. I don't know if they are certified, but they are the ones that got Tim Rink to call me personally. So I got to give them some kind of credit for that.
I think, Rob, if we can get, it doesn't need to be a GAF. There's Carlisle, there's Genflex. If any of these people can give us a 20-year labor and 20-year material, including the metals, okay?
Yeah, well, I guess
And that'll be fine. That's what all they require. When architects send the bids out or engineers, that's all they want. So it could be GAF or equal 20-year material, labor, including metals. And that's, and basically, you know, plus we need a tapered system, right? So they do all this and option for 080, then we're fine. But we're not gonna sign off on anyone who gives us a year or 2-year warranty that's not a manufacturer, no matter what the relationship is.
Again, I agree with that.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Oh, hey, Rob, I have a question.
go ahead.
How long I know you know it's the manufacturer rep that spec'd out the building. How long before they come back with what they feel would be needed for them to warranty it? Could take time, but here's my thing. If you don't get that and put it in the bid, we're going to be doing this over and over and over because they're going to see the spec that comes back. Do you know what I mean? From the manufacturer, from GAF.
So I'm sorry, I lost the question.
Yeah, I thought you mentioned that they were they had went up on the roof and they were going to propose how it should be done properly.
Correct, yes.
So they're going to come back with a specification that they deem would be honored, would be honored by the warranty, correct?
Correct.
So if we get a bid now without waiting for them to hand us that information, which is very powerful for us, we'll be doing this over and over because Galloway will say,
and I kind of agree that we should wait to receive the specs from Tim Rink and GAF.
and give that
and put that to bid and say, this is what we want. Warranty, metal included. From what Tim explained to me, he was going to design basically the specs for what we need to do on that roof. Pitch for everything to get that 20-year warranty that Daniel has been referring to. Along with, and they mentioned that we would need an annual maintenance contract. That
right.
we really should be spending money annually to maintain the roof. The cost of that, he said, could be $1,000 a year. However, that said, he said your insurance will go down much more than that with this proper roof. So, yes, I think we should. I'm hoping Tim is going to get back to me within a week. He was very apologetic for making us wait so long, as he realized. I have emailed him back at New Year's.
Mhm.
He knows that we're somewhat on a time restraint because of the existing problems we have on this building, which he was very concerned for us also. And he was going to write a report for us to help us get our old contractor back to make absolutely necessary repairs in his mind. So as Daniel said, our warranty is basically nothing on this building. It's useless, but we do have the 1-year workmanship warranty. And he said, I can give you plenty of ammunition to get them back here and correct what they've done wrong. So that's really what I've been waiting for, to take to the lawyers so that we can get Florida home contractors back and at least hopefully make some good of the mess they've made here. But yeah, to answer the question, I think we should wait to receive Tim's bid information and tell everybody, this is what we need. This is what GAF recommends. I know there are other roofing manufacturers and we could go with another roofing manufacturer. But again, we have a GAF roof on the existing building that we need to get fixed. It would be really nice to have the same on all the buildings with the same life expectancy and be done with this problem for 20 years. That would be absolutely wonderful. I could leave here smiling.
What's the name, excuse me, Rob, what's the name of the contractor who installed the north building roof?
Florida Home Contractors.
Thank you.
So Tim Rink, GAF, did bring by this gentleman from A1 Roofing, A1 American Roofing and Sheet Metal. So they will be giving us an estimate based on Tim's specifications. He's the roofer that went up with Tim. And I said, I don't want to waste your time just bringing a ladder by, just give us an estimate also. And they do have all the certifications. So we have one bid coming. We have Tim's recommendations coming, and we will pursue it from there. Anybody else want to talk about this subject? All right, new business wise, the only thing we really have to talk about as far as I know is Claire's reported leak. I don't know if anybody saw that unit 49, I think, reported possible roof leak. I did speak with Claire. It did not leak in the last 2 rains. So she's okay with waiting and hopefully getting a new roof put on sooner more than later. But there's no guarantee it is leaking at this point. I don't think the board has to do anything. Anybody else have any new business they want to cover?
Under old business, sorry. Any response back from the flood engineer?
I have not heard from the flood engineer. They said, I reached out after a week. He said it usually takes at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks would have been this past Wednesday. I'll reach out this week again and see, but we have not heard anything yet.
Okay. Also under old business, Danny, you were going to get the spec for the recommended mill for Florida roofs. Bring that to
Well,
the
yes, I spoke to Tim about that. I also called ABC Supply in Fort Myers, which I have an account with. It's a national company, so I have an account with them here in Parkersburg, West Virginia, where we're neighbors of here in Athens, Ohio area. So then I called the Fort Myers location, and of course, then they gave me Tim's phone number, the GF rep, and after talking to ABC Supply in Fort Myers and talking to Tim, the recommendation minimum is 0.060 mil TPO, and it has to be heat welded. By the way, in the specification, it needs to say heat weld. Most of the time, 90% of the time, it's not adhere to, and also that's why we need a complete warranty. But 060 is minimum. And 080 would be fine, but that's totally up to us. It won't make any difference in the warranty, but might make a difference in longevity after the warranty is over. Of course, we would like it to go 30, 40 years. But so we have to look at the difference. So the minimum is 060 and look at an option of 080. Again, the warranty will still be 20 years, but we might get more life out of it. And that's just like rubber products. Yes, you can go with an 045 on rubber, but I recommend 060 because you'll get more life. The same situation here. Let's look at what 080 will give us, but the 060 will still give us the warranty. 080 is probably going to give us more life. It's going to be a little bit stronger. Let's look at the difference. So that's their recommendations, okay? Just the same as I have for you.
Excellent. Also under, and I don't mean to jump on your thing here, Rob, but when we look at new business from last week, which I guess should go to old business, Macy's pest control estimate.
Right, well, we had this.
I thought we were going to defer that until after this year, right? Because no money in the budget to do another one. Wasn't that the decision on that?
Yeah, I thought that's kind of, we had discussed it. And yeah, basically we haven't budgeted for the increase that it would be. So I thought after discussion, we decided to kind of stick with what we got for now.
Yeah, I think we should wait until next budget cycle, but absolutely should look at it next time to have a more frequent. Because I saw a report where the traps were empty, which means we need more, care.
Because they ate it all.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Okay, great. Let me see. Rob met with liability insurance adjuster was from last time. Any update on that?
I don't think we'll hear an update on that. That was just an annual inspection.
Okay. Taking that off the list. So I'm sorry, the takeaway from this is we're waiting on Tim Rink. Is it R-I-N-K or R-I-N-C? Do you have his?
RINK.
Very good.
That's a different kind of card.
Yeah,
So we get a spec from Tim Rink, and then Rob, you're going to get that back to Galloway. Do we want to take that spec and send it back to the 5 quotes that we do have and see if they want to revise their quote to meet it?
They have to be on GAF's list or it's useless, is the way I understand that
They
now.
have to be
Well, they could, for example,
GAF
to walk
certified
to
roofing.
Danny's point, or
Yes, they have to be certified GAF commercial roofing contractor. So
right,
they
but
have-
you made the point that the GAF is not the only.
Yes, that's not the only one. It has to be, could be equal, but whoever, I mean, there's several large ones. Carlisle, which is Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and obviously, but anyway, and some of the other big ones, okay? Carlisle, Genflex. So any of them, we could put it out as equal, but they have to be certified commercial roofing contracts approved to install heat welded TPO systems. Okay?
well, I
Because
guess
if
we.
it's approved as a residential contractor, that's not going to work. Okay? So that's what they have to be in order to give us a full warranty. And if they're, they're lying about it, we need to see before we move forward with them that they have applicator license. We need to talk to the manufacturer. We need to get their license number. Okay? So we don't want someone lying to us to saying they're going to give us a warranty 20-year when they're not. We don't want to get into that because,
Excellent.
people can be very dishonest for a lot of money. So we need to see it in writing that they are approved by the manufacturer in writing and their license number. They have a number and they'll have it. Okay. And then we can call up GAF or we can call Carlisle or Genflex and verify it in a few minutes. Okay. Or we can just call the rep. In this case, GAF rep, if we're using GAF. Okay. Can you tell me if they're approved? What is their number? Have they, can they apply for a roof guarantee, 20-year labor, 20-year material and metal on this roof? And if he says yes, please send it to us in writing that they're approved.
Well, this is excellent because today I've learned that when you're ready to put on a commercial roof, you don't start with the installers, you start with the roofing manufacturer, and then you get them to give a list of the certified installers locally, and you work in that
In
direction.
this scenario, yes, but we're in the Midwest, it's not like this because we have to, if someone calls me up and they say, well, I want this commercial roof, then they say, well, I want, GAF or whatever, or Carlisle or any of these approved manufacturers, then I have to give them my approval number and then the contact number and approve that I can do this. Not just put in writing, I'm going to give you a warranty. In our case, let's go through GF. We're already there. I spoke to him the other day and he'll get us what we need. We don't have to, but I kind of agree with Rob and he'll help us get the other one fixed up. And hopefully it won't cost us any money out of our pocket, but we really need to push forward quickly on this guy. So he gets
I agree, and I like the fact that we have a local GAF rep as opposed to any of these other ones that we may not.
Right. So that's a big plus for me. Okay. Huge plus. And he'll give us the names of the guys that are approved to do the systems. And we can't believe what they always say. Okay. Don't go down that road. We give them half down and all of a sudden at the end of the job, we ask for the warranty. They say, oh, I really can't give you a warranty. So then we don't give them the other 50%, but then we wind up with a roof that's a mess and we have to have someone fix it.
Right.
So we don't want that, do we?
No. We're there right now on the north building.
Okay.
Right.
We don't want that. That's what I got to say.
Okay, what else do we have, Mark? We cover everything?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does anybody-
Next meeting.
I have a question. Nothing has been brought up other than that maybe flood insurance has been advised about the erosion on 54 and 55.
Okay,
Are
Joe,
we moving forward with this and how soon as a priority? Because it's a major concern.
okay, I'll answer that. At this point, we've had the flood adjuster by. They said, yeah, it looks like you probably could potentially have a claim. I'll write it up. I'll submit it. They're going to send an engineer to look at the situation. The engineer came 2 weeks ago and looked at the situation. Basically, we're waiting on that engineer's report back to the insurance company. The assurance adjuster, I reached out to him a week ago. He said it's only been a week. It usually takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks past this past Wednesday. I plan on reaching out to him this coming week again to see if there's anything in on that yet. Since everybody's looked at it, if you would like to proceed with your soil in the back, I don't see a problem with that. However, let it be known it's probably going to get dug up because yes, it's going to be fixed. We're going to fix the situation, but we're trying to go through insurance and there's insurance red tape to deal with. We are dealing with it though, but I can only push so hard.
Anything I could do to help expedite this?
I don't think so. Again, we're waiting on the insurance industry right now to come back with a response to us. I can try to be a squeaky wheel, but if they're waiting on the report from the engineer, I have no control over that. Unfortunately, I don't think we do.
I'll be the squeaky oil. I'll call them every day or every other day if you choose.
Again, they said 2 weeks. It's only just been 2 weeks. I will reach out to them Monday and we'll see, what happens from there.
Fair
If I
enough.
get nothing, I'll let you squeak if you'd like. But working on it.
Results. Okay, thanks.
I can say, Joe, that we have not forgotten about this. This has been on the agenda and we have been keeping up this on every meeting we've had. So this is not getting dropped. Would everyone agree?
No,
I agree.
I believe that the claim is in, the process has started. It took 6 months for them to decide that they weren't going to give us a roof on the building, almost a year, before they decided that and finalized that claim. I have nothing good to say about the insurance industry, except no news is usually good news. If they were going to deny us, I think they would have done it by now.
Okay, my concern is the rainy season too. 1 week will turn into a month, will turn into 2 months, and then the next thing you know, July, and it's pouring down rain every day. That's all.
And we're definitely pushing to get the new roof, the new gutter system, and the new everything. So yeah, I mean, we're working on it. We're just stuck in the red tape at this point.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Next board meeting.
So I'd like to say, let's do it again next Saturday. I don't know if we'll have anything by then. I'm hoping we will. So I guess tentative, let's go ahead and set one for next Saturday, if that's all right with everybody. And let's keep our fingers crossed that we have something to talk about.
Yeah, I recommend we set it, and then if you don't hear anything by Friday, send an email out, and we'll just move it to the following week if we have no
nothing
agenda.
comes in and there's no reason for it, I would agree with that. So let's post it for now. And if we need to cancel or postpone, we will at the end of the week.
Okay, everyone mark your calendars. That's Saturday, March 16. And again, just checking, we're all cool with the YouTube video?
Yeah, I think it's great.
I'm good with it.
Yes, I agree.
I appreciate you doing the Zoom and the videos for us. It's really nice. So
Well, hopefully we will only have to do this a few more times, but thank you.
All right. Then with no
Let's get back to discussing lint in the dryers.
Okay.
Let that be our biggest problem.
Yes. And I cleaned the lint from the dryer vents.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome.
10:38. I make we already have a motion from Waldman to adjourn.
I second it.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Bye.
Thank you all. And we'll talk next week.
All right.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Have a good week, Rob. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.